fight single-handedly broke up my marriage. You're an awful person.
You're 24 years old. Why would I listen to you? Why would you be giving therapy and advice to people who clearly need it? It doesn't make any sense, Ari. This is a horrible idea.
You're listening to
Unlicensed
Therapy with Ari Manis.
Do you do podcasts often? Yeah. It's part of being a comedian these days.
Yeah, I know. It takes up a lot of time.
And you have one about soccer?
Yeah.
And no one even watches that, right? Soccer?
That's not true.
But no one in America.
Yeah, that's not true either.
A lot of people watch it?
Yeah, yeah.
Which do you think is more popular, soccer or stand-up comedy?
They're both pretty popular. Soccer's the most popular sport in the world, bro.
In the world,
Yeah.
but not in the greatest country in the world, the United States of America.
It's strongly becoming. You've seen my post about the LAFC?
Mm-hmm.
And those places are packed. People are singing songs. They're pounding on everybody knows what song is being chanted and sung. It's getting popular, bro.
Do you watch the LA Kings games? Do you go to those ever?
Hockey?
Oh, yeah, that's hockey. The Galaxy, LA
Do you
Galaxy.
even know your country's
LA
own
Galaxy.
sports? I've been to LA Galaxy games in the past.
But it's not your thing. You don't like to go to those?
It's too far. I've been there in the past, but it's not as exciting as LAFC.
Who do you think the hottest male soccer player is? Like best body?
In the world?
Yeah.
There's a lot of physical specimens.
But like you got to pick one. Like that guy's the hottest.
Yeah, I don't have to pick one. I don't have to do that. I don't have to play. What am I, 5? This is
Which one's the hottest?
This is
dude?
an amateur comedy time. What is this? A knocked. What type of movies do they do though?
David Beckham for me.
David Beckham for you. Good luck.
Hottest guy.
All right.
Such a hot guy.
Yeah. Okay.
You don't think?
I don't not think. I'm just like whatever. I'm not.
All right.
Trying to, there's some, I give people props. I've seen like hot guys before. So I see why girls are like that.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you could see that for David Beckham.
Yeah, well, somebody had to actually tell me. A girl had to tell me.
So according to Ian Edwards, David Beckham's the hottest male soccer player.
No, I didn't say that.
That's true. You never
You
said
said
that.
Yeah.
What about the hottest female soccer player? Do you even watch female soccer?
Yeah, but I get more into it when the Women's World Cup is coming up, which it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
World Cup's pretty fun to watch.
Yeah.
That's when I get into soccer too. Like
Yeah.
the final. The field's so big. It's just basically who has the best stamina.
That's a part of it. Skill too. Best stamina, best skill, best
skill.
plan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you think like basketball is dominated by black guys? What race do you think dominates soccer?
It's a mixture because it's a world sport. So
Yeah.
there's Argentinians, there's Brazilian, and a lot of them have like Afro background, and then there's British players and European players, but then a lot of like players from like traditionally white European nations have black players now that are
Yeah.
kind of mixed.
Yeah, yeah.
So
There's some. There's
no,
definitely some black guys.
it's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Would you root for them more?
Do I root for them more? I think when I was younger, when there was a scarcity of black players and you wanted to identify with somebody successful to
Mhm.
help your own self-esteem,
Right.
I did. But now that I'm
Now you
more
just
secure,
appreciate
I appreciate. But I
who's the
still
best.
do root for black players when, like, there's a player called Raheem Sterling.
Mm-hmm.
He's British. He plays for Man City. His background is Jamaican, and I grew up in Jamaica, and there's a lot of racism against him as a player. So that makes me feel and root for him more.
Is the racism against him because he's Jamaican or because he's black?
Because he's black.
Damn.
Yeah, and there's like racism in England.
That sucks, huh?
Did we start?
I guess.
Yeah. I just thought that light is flashing. So
Yeah,
it
that's
shouldn't be-
recording.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Normally the steady light, it means it's recording.
Yeah, I do it weird here. That way it
I
keeps
knew-
you guessing.
I knew we started.
Mhm.
This is what Mark Maron did to me, but I just want to make sure you know what the hell you're doing.
I know what I'm doing.
You're Ari Manis.
I'm
You-
Ari
you
Manis.
can't
I'm like
fuck
Mark
up.
Maron 0.5.
I don't know. I
Less?
wouldn't give you that. Yeah, I'd
No?
give you less points.
Damn,
after
dude.
the point.
That's cold.
Less numbers. I mean, hey,
See,
man,
this is why people are
it's a process.
racist.
You got to get up there.
Yeah, I'm working my way towards
it. Just can't be 0.5 automatically.
Do you think we're too far away from each other? Do you wish we were closer?
Nah, not at all. We're good.
Good distance?
I'm good. You good?
I guess. Sometimes I wish I could just like reach over and just, if you're getting emotional, like sometimes on the podcast, guests will get emotional or need a friend.
Who
and I
would
just
get
wish I could.
emotional with you in your garage? What the hell's going on here?
Luke Schwartz cried in here. He broke down and started crying.
Luke Schwartz?
Yeah.
Jeez. All right.
Yeah. Have you ever cried with another man?
Nah. Not
Never?
that I can remember.
Not once?
No, not that I can remember.
What about your dad? You ever cry with your dad?
Nah. Especially it's hard now since he's dead.
Well, I meant back when he's alive. Rest in peace. I'm sorry to hear that.
I cried when he beat me.
Damn, your dad beat you?
Yeah, but that
was
discipline.
Did you deserve it?
Sometimes yeah, sometimes no.
Damn.
Yeah.
What's the time he beat you when you didn't deserve it?
My sister did something, and he thought I did it, so I got the ass whooping. First, he asked who did it. I denied it, but he just thought I did it. So
he didn't believe you.
Right.
You lying to me, boy?
And then we all got our ass whooped. So it's like, you just should have just told anyway.
What language did he beat your ass in?
He spoke broken English.
Broken English?
Yeah, Patois, Jamaican. Yeah.
Patois, Jamaican.
Yeah.
Do you speak that?
Yeah.
That's
No.
pretty cool. No.
I mean, no, I'm not going to do it for you.
Oh, no. You don't need to do it for me.
Yeah.
But, like, is there anyone in your life that you still speak Jamaican with?
Yeah, my family members and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And any Jamaican person that I really run into, it just comes out automatic.
Yeah, you'll be like, hey, me too.
Yeah.
Identify.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Or if I'm in a Jamaican restaurant and I want good service, I'm just mean to them, and then they give you automatic good service. If you're like,
that's where your meanness comes from? Is being Jamaican?
nah, you just have to
you
be
are mean.
assertive.
You're a bully.
Nobody really thinks that. I don't think you really think that. I fun play with people, and they get it.
Okay.
Some people don't.
I get it,
yeah,
but
yeah.
sometimes I'm like, I hope he's playing.
I'm always playing.
Okay.
What's the reason not to play?
One time you got really mad at me.
There's several times I got really mad at you.
I only remember one.
And there's a lot of people that got really mad at you. What are you talking like? It's some surprise that I got mad at you. You're lucky it took that long for me to get mad at you.
I remember. Do you remember the time you got mad at me?
I remember. I thought of one on the way here.
Well, okay, let's hear the one.
When you checked me in safe.
That's the one I was thinking
from the Paris terrorists.
Was it the Paris? I don't think it was Paris.
Something out of the country.
Yeah, there was a natural disaster in another country, and Facebook had a thing where you could tag people as safe, and it notified all their friends and family that they're safe.
Yeah, and it wasn't even that made me upset. That when you double down, that no, I was just trying to make sure, let people know you were safe. I'm like, Ari, you were not doing that. And I got nieces now that are worried about me, that I'm in some danger zone. And I have a show in New York for a comedy festival. And people are like, I thought he was in New York for the comedy festival. He's in some danger zone because Ari is a young comic and he's trying to be dangerous. But it's like you have to grow. You have to grow to that level of making that type of joke so that it works and everybody laughs at it, and I join in with you.
Right. So you're saying it was too new to be making that kind of joke.
Too new because you missed the mark. Yeah.
Yeah. But to my defense, your nieces and nephews. You said your nieces and nephews called you crying. Making sure you're okay. Is that true?
No, I just want you to feel bad.
I knew that wasn't true. God, I was like, dude, I marked you safe, not unsafe. I marked you unsafe. Then I could see them calling you crying.
Yeah, but still, you gotta be. It just makes
you were just trying to make me feel bad.
Feel bad,
asshole.
and also be aware that maybe this ain't a great joke to make because. Also, I was the only person you tagged in safe, and then a lot of people got mad. Like Adam got mad. How many times have you been fired because you made people mad from the same fucking job?
2 or 3 times.
Exactly.
I'm a little bit of a naughty boy, they say. Well, I'm glad we're okay now.
Yeah. I don't got no time to be holding grudges and shit.
Do you have any?
And you've helped me do stuff, so fine.
Yeah? I like to help out when I can.
I appreciate it. Yeah, you make up for it.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Do you have enemies in comedy? Any?
Not that I can really think of, probably.
Ellen DeGeneres.
No, we don't know each other.
Don't know each other?
No.
Which comedian would you like to know that you don't know? Besides Ellen.
Let me see. I never said I'd like to know.
You don't want to know Ellen? All right.
Yeah. I
mean, you don't have to know.
It'd be fine, but who? I don't know. I can't really think of anybody.
None? What about...
I'm cool with the associations that I have now.
What do you know Adam Sandler?
No.
Would you
But
like-
when I see him, he's really nice to me. We don't know each other, but he knows I'm a comic.
Yeah.
I think he's a really cool dude.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
So there's no. What about role models when you were coming up? When you know them all.
Role models?
Yeah, who's like your biggest comedy influence? Especially because English is your second language, right?
I like what Burr does. I like what Rogan does. Their independence and their going for it and their mentality towards like the system and how it's proof that if you are in touch with yourself and you double down on what you want to do, that everything will fall in place and work out for you if you trust your intuition.
Yeah, that's true. They both definitely.
Yeah, I like D'Elia does that too. And Theo is doing it now. There's a bunch of comics doing it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing, is just be yourself.
Be yourself, trust yourself, and don't always rely on what a system thinks about you.
Fuck the man, is what you're saying.
No, it's what I said is what I'm saying. not what you're saying. Not your interpretation of it.
So
Man,
you like the man.
So what?
So you like the man then?
I like people who listen to their intuition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. You've written on probably 3,600 TV shows.
Sounds like you didn't do any research, but go ahead.
Probably around 3,600 different television shows.
Name some of them.
Blackish.
All right, because my bag says Blackish and I brought it.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
But everybody knows Blackish. What else?
Two Broke Girls.
Yeah, all right. You've heard me introduced before. You worked in the back of the store.
I've introduced you before.
Yeah, there you go.
In the back of the store.
Yeah.
What's your favorite one you ever worked on?
One of the favorite shows I've ever worked on
favorite.
was a show called The Lyricist Lounge Show. It was the second show I ever worked on. It was just a lot of fun. It was rapping, sketch comedy, and regular sketch comedy. And worked with a lot of just amazing, funny people. It was a good time. And we were just young, running around a lot. Renmar Studios down there on Cahuenga, and it was just dope. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. And when you started doing stand-up, because you started stand-up before you wrote, right?
Yeah. Stand-up got me into writing.
Yeah. Did you ever see yourself writing? Was that kind of something? It just happened.
Yeah.
That's cool. How'd it happen?
One day they were having auditions looking for writers for this talk show, and a manager called me that ran Gotham at the time, and he's like, I want you to come down. They're looking for writers. So I did my set,
Mm-hmm.
and then I did my set. A lady named Shauna Gar liked me. She said, do you have any sketches or any writing samples? And I did, because a few years earlier, I was standing on a corner with some comics after a show, and one comic, his name was Arnold Acevedo. We were just all talking. Say what?
Is Arnold Acevedo still around?
Arnold Acevedo. I don't know if he's still doing it. He may be.
Yeah.
But he was like, man, I got 350 sketches written.
It's a lot.
I know. And I was like, what? Why do you have 350 sketches written? And he's like, just in case one day I get on SNL, I don't have to rack my brain to come up with a sketch every day. I have stuff already in place.
Sounds smart.
Yeah. And I was like, shit, I never thought about that. I don't have any sketches. And I started to panic. But when I panic, I'm lucky enough to calm myself down. I said, Ian, you always come up with sketches and you always have ideas, and you say you're going to write them down and you never write them down. Next time, just write the ideas down, and then in no time, you'll have a lot of sketches. So from that moment on, if I came up with an idea, joked with a friend, I'd say, I'd recognize if it was a sketch idea, write it down, or at least have the premise of it down, or go home and write it out completely. So then I started putting out sketches. So when I did that audition later on, and she asked me, that night I hit her up with 6 or 7 sketches, and I got the job.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So thank you, Arnold Acevedo.
Yeah.
And you don't even talk to that guy anymore.
The hell no.
You don't even
For
know if he's
what?
still doing
I don't
it.
need him anymore. He's already
If
used
he gave
him.
you that little nugget, he might have 6 more nuggets that could change our lives.
Nah, I'm good. No, I'm just kidding.
So in a way, you kind of compared yourself to Arnold. He made you feel a little insecure in the moment.
No, it's not. He said, it's like, listen, he said something, and I think I took the right thing from it.
You did.
Yeah.
But in a sense, you were like, you're like, man, if he's doing that, I got to do that. Has that ever happened to you again? Because that happens to me a lot.
I mean, there are some. I'm not against that. That does happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess in a sense that maybe that's what happened. Yeah.
That I think that's one of my biggest things that I need to work on myself is comparing myself to others.
That's what you need to work on?
Yeah, not doing that. I need to stop comparing myself to others.
I don't think I was comparing myself to him. I just thought that's a good idea.
Yeah. It's a good idea. That's true.
I was like, all right, that's a good, it's a nugget.
Yeah, a little nugget.
Yeah.
What's one of the other biggest nuggets you've ever picked up?
Oh, that's just funny. I think it's funny. So I moved to L.A., wrote on that show.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and you moved to L.A. for that 7-sketch show that you got?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That must have been an exciting moment in your life.
You're until it got canceled like a month later.
Still. Yeah. Got you out here.
Got me out here. So then they also, it's the first writing job, and then they pay you. You have a 13-week guaranteed contract.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I worked 6 weeks or something like that. And it got canceled. But they have to pay you
13 weeks.
For 13 weeks. So now they send me this check. I have this more money than I've ever had in my life.
Which was how much?
I think I had like $9,000.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And I had a choice. Do I move back to New York and keep doing comedy? Or do I stay out here? I've just written on one show. I don't really know anybody.
Mm-hmm.
But do I get an apartment? Because I didn't have an apartment at the time. I was staying at a friend's spot. Do I stay out here and spend the $9,000 living and trying to get another job? If I go back to New York, I'm already
established a little bit.
Have some roots there.
Yeah.
And I can do shows. And even if it's like $50 a night, $75 a night, sometimes maybe $1,000 show, I'll just pile it on top of the $9,000. Feel pretty safe.
Yeah.
And it's not a bad move either way.
Right.
But but then one night I was driving in the car with Hugh Moore. He was playing Mobb Deep. Yeah, he's hilarious. He's playing Mobb Deep. And he repeated one of their lyrics for a song that I've heard 1,000 times, but I don't pay attention to the words of songs. I listen to the beat. And he said, "Scared money don't make money." I said, what'd you say? He said, "Scared money don't make money." That's what they just said. And I was like, oh, shit. That's like, let it ride. That means stay here, get an apartment, spend the money, and you'll get a job if you just take the chance. And I started getting writing jobs.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's pretty motivating.
Yeah. I mean.
All from that rap song.
Hugh
Moore's cool because I still see him doing open mic sometimes.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. How many people that have been doing it that long
I know
are still out there grinding the mic scene? Not that many.
I know, and he's writing on shows. He's successful. And a lot of people, new comics, complain about doing open mics.
Yeah.
And it's like, Hugh Moore does them. I don't want to hear you bitching about that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I see Mo Mandel at some. There's a few guys who don't need to be doing them for sure.
Jesus does them.
Jesus. Yeah, I think he's getting enough shows or getting like.
But he still does them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not above them. That's for
he's
sure.
not above them. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like if you're not above anything, people don't want to do them because they're afraid of bombing. But you're not really bombing. You're doing comedy in front of a bunch of comics, and it's a directional thing. It's letting you know if you're going, go out there and get yourself
I
a nice
go
bomb that'll help you.
I kind of go for that because when I'm at shows, I'm scared to bomb. So I do I'm scared to try new things at shows. But then I go to mics because I'm like, okay, here I'm going to try new things and bomb.
I've seen you. You're funny.
That's nice of you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's real talk. I wouldn't bullshit.
Very nice of you.
Yeah. I've told you that before.
Yeah, you have. And it means but I do struggle with coming up with new shit. That's my biggest weakness
we all do.
In stand-up. It's just replacing my old jokes with new ones.
Yeah, just don't be afraid.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. Just don't be a pussy.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. So do you like women?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. How many girlfriends have you had in your life?
Is this the thing where you're going to try to lead me into trying to help me with the relationship thing which we spoke about on the phone, which I told you is a no.
I could help you with anything.
Oh, I want you to, this is what I figured out you could help me with.
Okay.
Remember, because you can, how old are you?
29.
There's nothing relationship-wise you could help me with. You could only
not if you're closed-minded like that.
Terrible. No, I'm open-minded, and that's why I know. Like you, and I've been around you. I listen. I know the people I can get female advice from, and it ain't you,
dude. I've had sex with over 10 women.
All right, there you go. So, so this is what you can help me with on the podcast. You want to help me?
Yeah, I want to help you.
I am having technical nightmares.
Well, that's kind of boring to talk about.
No, it's not,
but
because I know comedy because I've been in it, and if you're helping me something, and my frustration in learning it is funny. And if I'm angry at you because it's not working and I want it to work, that's funny. And if I just disagree with you and I'm just like, sometimes I'm a contrarian and not easy to deal with, that's funny. So you'll get everything you wanted to get out of me talking about a relationship, out of
your technical problem,
out of my technical disability.
Your problem, if I remember correctly, was installing video editing software on your computer.
Yeah, and then you showing me how to use it, and also learning how to put captions on. Like I'm trying to.
We're definitely going to do that.
Right.
I'm going to help you right after this podcast if you have time.
I could, but you could also help me on the podcast if you want to explore if that shit's going to be funny. But I don't know how much time the podcast is. But it's up to you.
Think if we do that on the podcast, then all the listeners too. That's something they got to see. So then all listeners.
I know people are listening, so I'll talk through my anger. I'm not going to leave them hanging. Like I do a podcast that's visual and audio.
When you edit your audio yourself and video or just audio right now?
Right
How do you
now,
currently
like
do
today, I was at goddamn Starbucks, and I'm watching my podcast, and I'm cutting out clips. So
for video?
For video.
And you're doing that in iMovie or what?
iMovie.
Okay, in iMovie, yeah.
And then there's this one clip I posted to Twitter twice. And I've looked at my phone, and that shit went into a black hole and never posted on my fucking Twitter.
Oh, not you posted it twice, but actually posted 0 times.
0 times.
Damn.
I don't know what the fuck is going on.
It's crazy. Part of being a comic now is technical shit, huh?
Part of being a comic is being
a
IT
nerd.
support. Yeah.
That's the way it goes. Or being rich enough to just pay an IT guy.
To pay an IT guy, which I'm not yet.
I think you are.
No, I'm not. And I could, but I kind of
you don't want to
doing it myself.
Yeah, it's good to learn yourself.
Yeah. I kind of like doing it myself.
If I were to guess, you have what? Probably like $5 to $10 million?
Nah, not even close, bro.
No?
No. I'm glad people think that.
I wonder, you're pretty like a mysterious guy.
Good, yeah.
You have nice clothes and a decent car, but you're not like flashy.
Right.
And you don't tell people your age.
Right.
But you have gray in your beard, so I'm gonna guess.
And I don't hide it. It's all there.
You don't hide it.
Nah.
I'm gonna guess 40.
And I'm like, whatever. Right.
Why don't you want people to know your age?
Because show business is kind of ageist. So I'm not gonna help somebody age me out. And
right.
Then with the, so in that aspect, I'm just not telling because I don't want it to.
You don't want to be around.
Yeah, I don't need that
affect
battle.
The business.
Yeah,
that's fair.
I'm busting my ass. I'm working hard. I'm being funny. I don't want somebody to use that.
Now mostly your success in comedy has been stand up and writing.
See.
But would you like to get more into acting and stuff like that?
Yeah, and I've been doing that lately. I was just on Friends from College on Netflix.
That's pretty cool.
Nick Stoller and his wife Francesca. I was writing on the show, and Christmas time we were in the room, and there was a role in Allie Rushfield's sketch. She's one of the in her script, and I forgot who said it. Maybe it was Nick. Maybe it was somebody. They're like, Ian, say these lines, and I said them. And I was just having fun with it. Everybody laughed.
Yeah,
and then they're like, "You're gonna play Skull," and then.
So you didn't really, it wasn't like a real audition. You were just hanging out with these people that have a show.
Yeah, we're writing on it. I'm a writer.
You're a writer on the show. Got it.
And then we're joking around.
Yeah.
And then I do the lines, and then they say, "You're going to play Skull." And then
you're like, all right, I'm down.
Said, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we wrote all the scripts, and then they completely rewrote the script that Skull was in and wrote Skull and his crew out of it.
Damn.
And then they read them all again, And I was like, man, this script is missing something.
Missing Skull.
And then they wrote Skull and his crew back in. And then when it was time to shoot it, they were shooting in New York. There's like, we want you to do this role, but we can't fly you out. And I'm like, I'm in New York already working on Crashing.
Yeah.
I'll just take a day or two off from Crashing and come to set in Brooklyn and play Skull.
So that's what you did.
Yeah, that's what I did.
That's pretty cool. Have you ever, or maybe you already do, have you written a show based around you?
Yeah. I'm going to pitch it like coming up.
Coming up soon.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's probably what you're most excited about then.
Yeah, that's what I'm most excited about, yeah.
Does being in the room, like you've written on so many shows, does being in the room get you to that point where you're like, man, I'm tired of writing other people's shit. I want to write all for my shit. Like, does it stop being exciting and become a job?
It's fun in the room. There's funny people in the room. You're sitting around all day, and it's like a bunch of comics sitting at a table, throwing out jokes based on whatever topic is on the table. But then, if you're a comic on the road and it's the good road, it's probably better because you're making a lot of money. There's less time at work and more time at your own disposal, more free time at your disposal.
Yeah.
So I'll take more money and more free time over.
So you're saying the ultimate dream is to sell out,
yeah.
Big venues,
yeah,
and tour,
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And that's changed. It wasn't always like that.
It happened like that just after years and years of writing. You're like, I'm ready to mix it up.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I could see that happening for you.
Yeah.
I mean, you're in like the crew where that happens.
Yeah. What's
where
the
that's
crew?
happening? Rogan's crew.
Yeah.
All his people.
Yeah.
He's like the
definitely helps
Johnny
to be
Carson
friends.
of our era.
He is. Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. And who else do you like kind of look up to? Not look up to, but you know what I mean. Like that are kind of doing what you want to be doing. You said Rogan.
Sebastian's doing his thing. Rogan, Theo Vaughn, D'Elia, Segura, Kreischer. Yeah, just Bobby Lee.
Yeah.
People are just independently hustling. It's not beautiful. It's beautiful. It's like,
what's funny too? A lot of those guys like want to be doing what you're doing. It's like the grass is always greener. Like Bobby Lee is like, I want to be acting and writing more.
Bobby he does, or does he just want to be in front of the camera?
Well, yeah.
I think he wants to be in front of the camera. And he's on a show, so he's happy now.
Yeah, that's true. But you know what I mean? Like whenever someone's doing this, they're like, I wish I was doing that. I've been opening for Theo lately, and people at my level are like, that's so cool, you're doing that. But then I'm like, well, I wish I was I wish I was on a TV show, which is what some of them are doing.
On it, like acting?
Yeah, acting in it. So it's just like the grass is always greener. You could be doing one thing.
I mean, you will.
Yeah.
You just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, stop pissing people off and you'll be fine.
Well, I just got to piss like the people off.
No, just stop pissing people off. Because this business is based. You ever see somebody that's not funny getting a lot of work, but everybody loves them?
Yeah.
People loving you is a great part of the game.
I think, I'm sorry for pissing you off.
No, don't apologize. It's fine. You're young.
Yeah.
So what?
But I will say, I don't think I piss that many people off.
All right, that's good.
I think overall,
all right, that's
people
good.
like me.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
What other problems do you have in your life besides wanting to become a touring, sellout comedian?
Oh, you're not gonna help me with that?
Well,
that's my main problem. Fix it, Ari. This is the show.
If I knew how to help you with that, I think I'd be helping myself with
Ari,
that.
you didn't even try to fix it.
Okay, here's what I'll say.
Right.
Here's what I'll say about that. From my perspective right now, there's people have made it in a bunch of different ways.
Right.
Made it to that. But right now, at least in our circle of friends, how is that happening? I would say from podcasting, right?
From podcasting, yeah.
From podcasting. So I think you got to get a permanent little podcast studio set up for yourself that makes it really easy to just kind of shoot high quality stuff and record, kind of like this garage right here, what I'm doing. And I think
you all should see this garage. It's amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I think
it's got waters, cameras.
It's got everything you need, baby
sheets
girl.
Over the lights. Yeah.
Come on in, and I'll give you a back rub.
A wall.
Wood panel wall. So I think something like this, which you're welcome to use mine as well.
Thank you.
And then the other thing I think you need is a non-soccer podcast. I'm not saying stop doing your soccer
I know what you're saying.
podcast, but something more broad.
Well, here's the deal. So here's my thing. So maybe you could help me with this.
Okay.
So I think the soccer podcast will work because all the comics, some of the issue with comedy podcasts are new people are getting to the comedy podcast game and they're all interviewing the same people about the same topic. So I don't want to, just like my material, I try to be original and obscure. And so even I watch the Premier League, which is
soccer?
Yeah, which is the British soccer league, right? And they broadcast it in the United States. And there are 39 million people watched it last year in the States. So I'm putting a podcast out. But what I need to do is, because I do now go to All Things Comedy, I watch my podcast, cut clips out, and post them on YouTube. So it's high quality. I need to figure out how to access the 39 million people
the soccer
from
fans.
soccer, and if 2 million of them like my comedy, it's over.
Yeah.
So I don't think I should change. I just need to figure out how to target those motherfuckers.
You talked me into your mindset. I'm with you.
So tell me how to target them.
So right now you're doing it with yourself and funny soccer fans, correct? As your guest. When you have
some
guests,
comics,
it's some comics and you guys talk about soccer.
Yeah.
We need to hit up those coaches, those players that roll through LA. Got to get them on your podcast, dude. That's where it's at.
Yeah.
Or at least,
So I kind of need like an intern. I need a letter, a standard email that I could send to people, and an intern to like change the name on the header all the time, and then see if I email them. And if some people are available when they are, come in and then use the fact that. And I've had like famous soccer players on the podcast before, but it's just far and few in between. So I need to do that more.
David Beckham, the hottest male soccer player, according to Ian Edwards.
Hilarious.
On the podcast.
Yeah, that would help.
David Beckham, dude, he gets numbers. That guy's hot.
Yeah, he gets numbers.
All right, we figured it out. Well, that's one thing. And the other thing you said you're already doing, when you're cutting up clips, are these clips of you talking about kind of like a play that happened or a subject? Like are they funny moments? Like
today, I posted a clip with me and Martin yesterday. We're talking about this young soccer player who hasn't developed the way everybody thought he.
Damn, he's not going to come on your podcast now after that talk.
No, it wasn't a bad talk. So then Martin was saying, well, a part of the reason is because a sex tape came out when he was 19 and he hasn't been the same since.
It's like that Tiger syndrome.
Maybe, yeah.
That Tiger Woods syndrome, dude.
Yeah.
Ever since all those prostitutes came out forward, he hasn't golfed the same since.
Right. And I was asking Martin, I never heard about the sex tape, what was on it. And Martin was trying to dance around it. So the clip I posted was me asking Martin what's on the sex tape, him refusing, and me getting infuriated every time he didn't answer the question.
I wonder why he didn't want to talk about it.
Because he's fucking an idiot.
He didn't want to admit that he watched his sex tape.
Maybe that. I asked him, was it your girl in the sex tape? I mean, like I said,
Martin doesn't get girls, does he?
Martin, you're a journalist. Is there you can't tell me? He said it's not about soccer, so I don't want to talk about it. So first of all, you brought it up. Number one. And number two, you're a journalist. You write in a legit soccer magazine. There has got to be a way that you can express what's in the goddamn sex tape without going too far. And just so me and the other comic there can make jokes about it. Like, give us that. I said, this is a podcast. This is what we're on. So the clip was my frustration. Not even really about soccer.
Okay.
And the key topic, a sex tape. I'm like, anybody would want to hear about a sex tape. So I'm
so
not
that sounds like a good clip.
Yeah.
And this sounds kind of markety, but are you hopefully in the advertisement, the clip, or in the title of it, you're tagging that player's name, sex tape?
Yeah. I didn't tag his name. I wrote his name. And I put Martin. I said something. Martin Harris infuriates me by not expounding on Dele Alli's sex tape.
Yeah. So as long as you're hitting those
Boom.
search terms, sounds good to me.
Yeah.
People like sex. People like sports.
Yeah. And an athlete, sex tape.
Yeah.
You know.
I'll watch. I'm not even gay, but I'll watch that sex tape just to
mean,
see what kind of girl
if
he's getting.
there's a legal age girl in there, yeah.
Yeah, as long as she's legal age. Actually, I recently, I don't know if
who consented, yeah.
You probably haven't. You're not. You definitely don't know this, but I recently, the Laugh Factory posted a video of one of my jokes on their Instagram, and I had
You're right, I didn't see it.
Yeah, 3,000 people commenting and on my profile in the video calling me a pedophile and a rapist.
What's the joke?
It's about how I don't think teachers should get paid any more than they do. And I won't do the whole joke, but I say a lot of teachers are having sex with their students.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do that job. If she's a senior, if she's 18, I'll do it. If she's 17 and keeps her mouth shut, I'll do it. That's like the end of the joke.
That's rough. That's a tough sell, bro. That's like checking somebody in safe from tragedy.
So I did that joke. It does great in the room. I'll start with that. In the video, you could hear the audience that was in the room laughing very hard at that joke. But the comments on Instagram, oh my God, they ripped me apart.
Let me ask you guys, are you surprised?
I was surprised. Okay, I knew some people wouldn't like it, but I was just, it's a joke. It's a joke I've been doing for over a year, and it's one of my better jokes in the room. So I was surprised that many people hated it, that it was so
Say the
hated.
last part of it again. 17, if she's 17.
I'll do the joke.
Are there any teachers in here tonight? Any school teachers here in the crowd? Yeah, where? What do you teach? Preschool. That's so sweet. That's so nice. I don't think teachers should get paid any more than they do. Oh, you mean pay you more than the salary you agreed upon when you took the job? Listen, I knew when I took this job tonight, I wasn't getting paid. I knew that going in. That being said, I'm doing a good job. I think I should get paid. I think you guys should all have to pay me. Life doesn't work that way. It's not that bad being a teacher. You get off at 3 p.m. every day. You get weekends off. You get holidays off. You get summers off. You get a teacher's pet that brings you fruit and shit. A lot of teachers are fucking their students now. I'll take that job. Sign me up. If she's a senior, if she's 18, I'll do it. If she's 17 and keeps her mouth shut, I'll do it.
I would have stopped before the 17.
Yeah, it does. It's not needed, but it gets a big laugh.
Yeah, it's just not needed.
It's just,
and that's a part of comedy. And then especially in this climate,
yeah,
that shit could come back to haunt you, bro.
That's what I was scared about.
And you still did it anyway. Scared or not, huh?
Well, no, I was scared after, because in my mind, everyone laughs and knew it was a joke.
Like, but people are assholes. Like,
yeah.
Here's something I posted on my podcast. Another clip.
Mm-hmm.
And the headline was how the U.S. could become a world soccer power. And in the clip, I'm talking about, so U.S. has some German players on their national team. And these German players grew up in Germany, and they can play for America because we have military in Germany. And they had kids, and those kids, because they have one American parent, are eligible to represent the United States. And the advantage is Germany has won the World Cup like 4 times. It's a really good soccer playing country. So we have somebody that grew up playing soccer from they were a kid, where it's not a stigma.
Mm-hmm.
And they can play for America. It's an advantage. So I was saying we need to find where else we have military bases in soccer playing countries in the world, and find the kids of women that American soldiers fucked and put them on our team. Do we have bases in Brazil, one of the best soccer players, and find the kids there from the women that our soldiers fucked? And
people got offended at this?
Some guy, he's like, do you know that there's a lot of rape on military bases? And I'm like, who the fuck is talking about?
Yeah, you didn't talk about that. But also, it's like, it's so clearly satirical. This premise
exactly
is funny because it's silly.
But that's the point. It's like, so I'm not even, I closed the loophole, but somebody tried to, not even a loophole. I spoke about it like in the manner like where you can clearly see what I'm talking about, but somebody wanted to like recontextualize it. And it's like,
right. They want to make a comedian into a serious TED Talk.
Well, they're trying to,
like, if you were giving
they're trolling.
Yeah, but are they trolling?
Yeah.
Or so you think he knew you were joking? He just wanted to fuck with you.
I'm a comic. It says Soccer Comic Rant is the name of the podcast. He's been on the internet before. He knows.
See, I think for
and
me,
people were laughing when they were listening,
right?
Because they have other, and you know.
This was a joke on your podcast, not on stage, because that could be a funny joke on stage too.
On a podcast, it could be a funny joke, on stage. Thanks.
But yeah, so with my thing, I felt, I'm a comedian.
You left yourself open. Here's what being a good comedian is. It's like leaving yourself, taking a chance on a topic, but not giving people the ammunition they want to destroy you. And I think you have, listen, saying teachers should only get paid what they paid is daring enough. Because I actually agree with you. And the points that you made about you accepting your job and you knew what you were going to get paid, and then even going as far as fucking the student that's 18.
Yeah.
You've done it. End it there.
Yeah.
Like, but the Ari, who's attracted to the flame,
You're right.
Flew into it.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good enough joke. It's a good enough bit for me to be like, that's solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're right. And what ended up happening was the video got taken down, not because Laugh Factory didn't take it down. It got so many people reporting it on Instagram that Instagram took it down.
Yeah. There you go.
And the girl at the Laugh Factory
because it's like condoning rape.
I mean,
statutory.
But it's not condoning it. It's joking about it.
You can't do that now.
I guess, yeah.
You can if you want.
Yeah, but you shouldn't.
But there's going to be repercussions.
Yeah, so I guess I'm glad it got taken down. Yeah. And then they said it was the most hated video since Michael Richards saying the N-word.
Right, because, and it's like you said you want to be on camera on a show.
Yeah.
People are going to go back and look, when you go and audition, bust your ass, go through screen testing, beat out 100 or 1,000 people for a role, and then the networks are so terrified now. They're gonna go back and comb through the internet,
see that.
Oh,
I should get taken down on YouTube.
To the
then
other motherfucker that didn't say some shit like that, so that they don't get hammered because they have sponsors. There's millions of billions of dollars, so you can't.
Damn, that makes me think I should go take it off YouTube now.
And that's the thing. Is like that's my thing about you. You're funny, but you have to think moves ahead.
Right. You have
to know what's going on in this world so that you could stay ahead of it for yourself so you can be successful.
Right.
And then it's not like you're selling out yourself and what you...
No, you're just...
That's a good fucking joke already. Yeah. You've already said and made the point. Everybody's saying teachers should get paid more. You're the guy saying, nah. And I agree with you. And there's other people like why? That's the job you chose.
Yeah.
Because...
No, you're right.
It's like you drew the line that nobody wants to draw.
You're right.
It's already a dangerous joke.
This was good for me.
You
helped me out on this podcast.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That way. But now I need to go on YouTube and take it down. Yeah. Even though it's doing good on YouTube.
Yeah, it's like.
But who cares?
It ain't gonna do good. It might not help you later.
Yeah, it doesn't help me. Later that happened. I did a Facebook commercial earlier this year, and they luckily combed through my Twitter and they found tweets they didn't like. Mm-hmm. But luckily, they didn't just say you didn't get it. They said, "Can you delete these tweets?" And I was like, "No problem."
And then did you get it?
Yeah, and then I got it.
Yeah.
They just asked me.
I know another friend. He's a comic. He's up for a show, and they went through his Twitter, and they was like, "You might not get it because of these tweets."
Damn.
Then he didn't delete them. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking. Then his
Should've
manager him
deleted
saying,
them.
"Hey, do you want this show or not?" Because they're still up
Yeah, delete
and
them.
they're hesitating. So he has to delete them.
Yeah, delete them right away.
And
Who
it's like
cares?
jokes you make when you're a young comic, and you're
Yeah.
29.
Yeah.
You're young. Like
Ish.
I believe, yeah, you are. I believe in mistakes, but there's not a lot of forgiveness out here right now.
It's a tough time, especially as a straight white guy.
I mean,
Tough time.
regardless, it's just not a lot of forgiveness out here right now. And it's not even forgiveness. It's like people are proud of bringing people down. I'm the one who started that and did that.
Yeah.
People.
There's a war.
Yeah, people need to feel like they did something, even though that thing didn't need to be done. There's no forgiveness, and it's just the way it is right now until that changes.
You're right.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that last part of the joke anymore. I'll try and figure out a different ending that's less offensive. We're gonna take a couple calls from people right now.
Oh, you got calls.
And,
this is live?
No, they're not live. They're I shouldn't have said calls. We're gonna take a couple of messages, and you're gonna give or we're gonna give advice to these people.
All right.
Let's see if this works. Come on, baby. Damn it. Okay, hold on one sec. We'll edit this. Oh, okay. Figured it out. Okay.
So my problem is not that I'm
this
gay.
is from Steve. This is a call from Stephen Hale.
So my problem is not that I'm gay, it's that I'm not gay enough. I really do not like Drag Race. And I mean, one look at me and you know I just didn't get any of the fashion stuff going on. My favorite designer, I guess, is Levi Strauss. And I walk into a gay bar and they all look at me like, oh, you're one of those straight people that's coming to see us all. So I guess my question is, how do I be more gay?
I mean, it's just a hilarious setup.
That's an interesting. I've never had a call like that.
Right.
How do I be more gay? I mean, that's kind of obvious, right? If you want to be more gay, then dress more gay.
Nah, I mean,
be more flamboyant. Is what he's saying.
It's like, what does he want? Like,
he's saying he wants people to know he's gay. Is from what I got from it.
Listen, walking into a bar is not the way. Like, there's apps
Grindr.
for gay people to meet gay people.
Yeah, Grindr.
And so you don't need
to change. Yeah, you don't
your
need to be
level
someone
of
you're
gay.
not. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
And there's other gay people that are similar to him that will get him.
Right. My brother's gay, my youngest brother, and he told me he doesn't like guys who act gay or flamboyant.
Boom, right there. Hook
so
him
it's
up.
like, there you go. So it's like you can go be more gay if you want to be, then wear, I don't know, buy tight pants when you go to that bar if that's what you want. But yeah, I think I agree with Ian. Just be yourself and find the guy who likes you for you.
Yeah. And go on apps and then you could talk and DM and say whatever you want to say without dressing up.
I mean,
to look like somebody's type.
If you're in West Hollywood, people just assume you're gay.
Yeah,
just come to West Hollywood.
Yeah, you have a problem that a straight girl has, a straight guy has. Like how does anyone you attract what they want to attract without changing themselves? And it's basically a regular issue.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I want more girls. What do I do to get more girls?
Yeah, exactly.
Do I wear tighter pants?
Yeah,
Probably.
you want more girls to want to rip your pants off. How do you go about that?
That's right.
Yeah.
Wear breakaway pants.
Yeah.
Okay, this calls from James Mason.
So I have this problem. I've been called by God to be a minister, a church minister.
Oh, wow.
Which means I have to preach to them and listen to them and teach them and counsel them. The problem is I don't like people. So I need help, advice, and telling God thanks but no thanks, I don't like people, or help me to like people, help me to talk to people, and not walk away in disgust.
That's relatable. I don't like a lot of people either.
I mean, there's a few ways to approach this.
What would you say?
You can learn to like people,
Yeah.
and that's what, if you feel like your calling is to minister people, you could learn, this is your way to learn to like people.
Yeah.
And
Maybe it's what God would have wanted.
yeah, to
If
learn
you
to
believe in that non-existent figure.
yeah, learn to tolerate people because of your calling, or shit, do what we're doing. I've never met this guy. I'll never see him again. Just post advice online and answer people's questions, and you can help them that way.
Right. You could be a minister over the internet these days.
Internet minister.
Ministerproblems.com.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's a good exercise just for yourself to, if people make you uncomfortable and you don't like being around people, force yourself to do it.
To be around people.
To grow,
Yeah,
to grow as a person, you got to be a functioning member of society.
Yeah, this guy sounds like he's too perfect, and he needs to know that he's not, and get around some people and learn how to be a bigger person so you could be a better minister. You might not be a great minister now just because of your attitude.
There you go. Yeah, a good minister is good around people. And you know what?
Or learns to not let, like, what arrogance in you is making people bug you.
Right. And also it's like everyone needs people. I don't like hanging around people that much either, but when I'm in a downward spiral of my own thought and I'm depressed, I call up my friends and I make friends with people, and I think you'll find people you'll like. Maybe you'll find some people you don't like, but in that process of forcing yourself to talk to people and helping people, you're going to make more friends that you didn't think you would.
His problem is he's hung around the wrong people, and they've tainted him against people.
Yeah, you probably hate all these people because they're religious freaks. Maybe give up God. That's what my advice to you.
Yeah.
Give up the Lord and just, work on yourself. Okay, normally we only do 2 calls, but you're a special guest and we're going to do 3 calls.
Thank you.
This is Nancy Stamp. We're going to mix it up, get a lady in here.
Oh, yeah, get her in.
Nancy.
Yes, I'm 54 years old and married, and my sex life sucks. I'm currently going through menopause, and I have spontaneous hot flashes, which I have no control over. My husband's starting to feel neglected because every time he touches me, I get hot. He's been as patient as he can be, but I'm afraid I'm going to lose him. Do you have any advice, please?
Did she cry?
Maybe.
Damn.
She doesn't sound happy.
This shit's real.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's not really in your control, man, Nancy. You're going through menopause.
How long does menopause last?
I'm not sure. That's a good question. I should ask my mom.
Look it up on your phone.
How long does menopause last? How long does menopause last? About 4 years. Damn, that's a long time.
What's her name?
Nancy.
Nancy, take Molly.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. You're in your 50s.
Yep. Take Molly. You get it on. He'll be happy. He'll be like, shit, God bless menopause.
Yeah.
And you're both,
Yeah, we're still. You're good. Yeah, I think that's good advice.
Yeah.
Take Molly.
Take Molly. Or I just learned about this, there's a female Viagra called Lady Error, and tried out that, and this guy crushed it up, put it in his girlfriend's drink, and she was like all over him, and he filmed it.
Did she know about it?
She didn't know. He put it in her Red Bull.
That's some Cosby shit.
Nah, but it's his girlfriend, and they always prank each other, and she knows he posted, and
he's got to be careful, dude.
I think it's fine.
Okay.
Because they always prank each other. It's one of those couples that go out there with each other, and she,
So he crushed up Lady Boner pills.
Yeah, and put it in there. So try that.
Yeah, there you go.
See if that works, or try Molly.
Yeah, get Blue Chew. Use coupon code therapy. That's bluechew.com. BLUE. That's one of my sponsors. They're boner pills.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't know if it works for ladies, but you could try it. And
No,
send us your
just
feedback.
try Lady Era. That's female Viagra.
Lady Air, but they're not giving me money.
Yeah, but do you want to help her? Jesus Christ! You were trying to get her husband hornier and her less into him. That doesn't help.
Right, and it's maybe another thing. It's like, yeah, I was gonna say just have sex with them even if you don't want to, but I guess
that's no fun.
That's no fun. Yeah, try and make it enjoyable for both of you.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for being on the podcast. Is there anything you want to promote for yourself?
Oh, yeah. I got this podcast called The Soccer Comic Rant.
Soccer Comic Rant. If you like soccer out there, I don't, but maybe some of these listeners do.
Comes out every Monday. You can watch it on YouTube at Ian Edwards or Ian Soccer Comic Rant. Comic Edwards. And, follow me on Twitter, on Instagram.
Go see him live at a show.
IanEdwardsComic.com. Ian Edwards Comic, yeah.
Ian Edwards is one of the funniest comedians I've ever seen. I'm not just saying that. I don't say it about every guest that's on here. He's hilarious. He performs at the Comedy Store all the time. He's on the road here and there. What show are you working on right now? Anything?
No. I just want to get on the road and sell my show.
There it is.
Yeah.
So look out. All right. Thanks, man.
All right, fam.